Welcome to another Woods Report.
Ooh, ears are sensitive.
Well, you're not going to make it through this show because I'm not going to be quiet.
No, it's like a certain octaves,
Oh.
like gets the ear.
You're going to be messed up then.
Why?
Sorry.
You won't have no Monique to fuss at?
No, but I'm not going to be quiet through the whole show.
It's not quiet. It says when you said welcome, it was like a note that hit right at that moment.
Welcome to another Woods Report.
It's fine now. Yeah.
All right. A lot going on today. A lot going on. So hopefully she'll be in on it because I don't know if she's sick. We all was sick this whole week.
Yeah, you passed it on to all of us.
Yep. We was all sick. So
Mama's coughing.
Yeah, but I was sick, but I still went on with the show.
We did too.
Right.
I did too.
All right. So you got to pull that energy up. So hopefully you'll be up not knowing what's going on because Trump is leading off with the story. So be ready for him. He won big with the Supreme Court, just so you know, which I had already said I thought that they should have ruled in his favor about taking him off the ballot.
It was something else that they made a comment about that they didn't have to.
Who, the Supreme Court?
Their job was to mainly look at that case, that situation of him being on the ballot or off the ballot. They gave more information about their opinion on something. And Sonny was saying legally that's not their job. So you wonder about them when they're overstepping because of him and all that. So you never know if they're doing because we have still issues with Clarence Thomas and his wife.
Okay.
So you never know.
Well, it says the Supreme Court on Monday unanimously restored Donald Trump to the 2024 presidential primary ballots. Oh, that's true. Whatever. I don't know. Here, let's switch it up. There you go. He's smaller now.
Make him small. Make him tiny.
I know. He's a tiny man and he has tiny hands.
Yes.
Anyway, restoring him to the 2024 presidential primary ballot. Rejecting the state's attempts to ban the Republican former president over the Capitol riot. Remember, I said that. I said, to me, in my opinion, he's not found guilty. But I mean, I don't think that was a reason. But in my reason was he's not found guilty. So how can you ban somebody from something when they're not even found guilty of it?
Right.
Their thing was it should be on the local level. Only the states can do banning if it affects just that state.
Oh.
Not federal.
Okay.
So anything that's federal, they can't ban from a state level in elections. And I agree with that.
But a state can. Okay. See, we learn in our laws even.
And then you mentioned about them doing above and beyond saying something. They did, and you know the reason why? Because they wanted to leave it open so where it's more like a case-to-case thing. So like if somebody has an issue, then and they on the federal level or something, then you need to pretty much bring that to the Supreme Court. So the people who was mad about the liberal judges unanimously voting, that's probably why they did that. Because they think, like I said, they don't think like mega people think or like the far left people think. They think like, how is this going to affect the future? When it's not in your favor, how is that going to work? So if you allow this to happen, then let's say DeSantis says, well, I want to ban Biden off of the ballots in Florida.
Right.
And he didn't even be convicted of nothing, just accused of it. So you can't do that. Y'all got to think about more than just what's happening right now. You got to think about how does this set precedent for what's going to happen in the future.
But you've also made a comment in the past regarding this. You got to be all fair with the mega people and Trump. You can't, because think about it. Think about if there's states to start taking his name off. You know you're going to hear from this man and his group until he leaves this earth.
They're going to be
not fair. Not fair. They didn't let me have, every state didn't get a chance to vote. It'll be something.
That's why I said
let every state, every man, every woman, child, whoever.
That's what I said.
Be able to vote.
Just leave him alone. Quit giving him a whole bunch of stuff to be able. That's why I said with the Fonny thing.
Oh, God.
Just get her off the case.
If you have to do it.
Why is she going to be allowed to be on the case and all we're going to hear the whole time is why is she on the case?
Exactly, because he's like a spoiled brat having a tantrum. And no, not fair. Not fair. She did this. She did this. She did this. Like the little spoiled boy having a tantrum in the floor in the store.
Well, it says here about the justices, they ruled a day before Super Tuesday primaries that states cannot invoke a post-Civil War constitutional provision to keep presidential candidates from appearing on the ballots. That power resides with Congress, the court wrote. So they pretty much said to keep them off the ballot totally, you have to send it to Congress to do a vote for that.
Okay.
You can't just, and it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You got to remember when this law was written, you got to remember states saying they want to break away from being part of the United States. Mm-hmm. So you can't just allow, and also I was thinking of this too. If you allow one state to do it, it does affect all the other states.
It does.
Because now he didn't get the delegates he needs in that state, and then your state voted for him. Mm-hmm. So now what does that mean at the end? If it's a close race, your candidate loses because he wasn't even allowed on one of the state's ballots.
Let them all on the ballot, unless it's a situation like you're saying where it's a state situation where they're really like, oh my God.
And what are they afraid of anyway? Y'all afraid that Trump is going to win, right? Mm-hmm. Well, then get out and vote.
Thank you. That's what we've been saying. That's what they've been saying on The View.
If you're so afraid of it, get out and vote.
Make your voice, let your voices be known by voting. Then people still go back and say, what is it? The represents each state?
The delegates?
The electoral.
Yeah.
A lot of times people go, trying to understand the electoral and how it's laid out, why certain states get so many electorals and others don't.
Right.
People feel like my vote, it'll be a popular vote situation like Hillary.
Well, so what?
And people get upset because they're like, we did go out and vote like you guys screamed at us to do. And she got the popular vote.
Yes.
But the electorals voted for the other knuckleheads.
So then that means...
So people are like, forget it.
Okay, well then that means that you need to get more involved in politics.
Yes.
And understand that I've said this 150 times.
Killer Mike says it too.
Republicans play chess and Democrats play checkers. They doing all kind of redistricting right now. And y'all sitting around Democrats don't even realize what's going on in the country. They redistricting so that your vote, it waters down your vote. So that it's like before you might have had 90% Democrat in that one area, they redistricted. Now it's cut in half now, maybe 50-50. Now they know what they're doing.
Now they did mention again, like Killer Mike was doing.
You and this Killer Mike lately. You've been listening to him a lot lately.
No, I haven't. Just the time he was on there.
Oh, okay.
That's it. When he was on the show, he made it known, like you're saying, the local levels, but the women on The View as well have said, who is your state representatives? Who are your state senators?
Right.
He said, think about that level. Get the people in that you want to make to bring checks and balances to the president and those above.
And FYI.
So checks and balances. So,
all right. FYI for the people in the comment section. Because I noticed that they say stuff about The View all the time because you always mention The View and we show The View. Mm-hmm. We watch other stuff. At least I do. I watch other stuff. I don't just watch The View. Mm-hmm. I watch conservative stuff. Mm-hmm. I watch progressives. I watch independents. I watch everybody. Okay? Mm-hmm. So for the bozos that keep saying in the comment section, all you do is watch The View. Yeah. You guys need to stop only watching The View. You need to have more of an opinion on other stuff. I do. So just so you know.
And you've made it clear that you watch world news too.
I watch everything.
What's going on in Russia, what's going on in Ukraine and Israel.
Yes.
I watch 700 Club. Sometimes I bring that information up. Yeah. So
I watch more than one thing because
she always asks me what did they talk about on The View.
Because Tucker Carlson went over to Russia and it made it seem like Russia was so much better than America. Everything he was talking about, the grocery stores was nice and neat. The train station was nice and neat. This is why he's a dummy. And this is why I'm telling you, him and Candace Owens, she's a bobblehead. Of course your grocery stores are going to be clean. The street is going to be clean. And the train, when your dictator says, I'm going to cut your head off if you drop a piece of trash.
Anybody that litters. Woo.
So quit going to these other countries comparing them to America.
Yeah.
They so stupid.
And
He's such a dummy, Tucker Carlson.
And
why would you go to Russia and compare a Russian grocery store being clean to an American grocery store and a train station when they have a dictator? They're not going to throw trash in the train station, you dummy.
If you even put your hand out to even toss it, a camera's on you in the military or whoever come out and get you. So
that's the price you have for freedom.
Yeah. The freedom.
You have freedom. So because you have freedom, you're going to have some people walking around with no clothes on, butt naked, crazy, talking to themselves all the time.
Well, Tucker need to understand
he's so stupid.
If he was in that country, he wouldn't have the freedom to talk about the leadership as much as he's done in Russia, like he does here in this country.
He sat there in front of Putin and was like a little boy in school. Even Putin said he was a numbskull.
He's weak, yeah.
So get out of here.
He pretty much called him.
But I just wanted to say that.
Back.
But anyway, we do listen to more than, and I even watch Tucker. That's how I knew he said that. So we watch everything, not just one thing.
My mom watches everything. My sister and my mom, because my mom gives us updates. She watches Fox and all of that judge. What's her name? What's that judge name that you watch?
She don't know.
What's that judge's name? That lady that you just turned off. Janine.
Oh yeah, Judge
my mom
Janine,
watches the people that dog out Biden.
Yeah.
So for a disclaimer to you knuckleheads, no, it's not just The View.
Now
that's what I watch.
All right. Now, and I even look at Truth, because here we go. This is what Trump said.
Go ahead.
Because he loved Truth. That's his platform. Social media platform. Trump posted on his social media network shortly after the Supreme Court decision, big win for America. He's so stupid. But I agree with him. He's right. When he's right, he's right. I can't stand, that's the other thing too.
Everything he does.
People who don't like Trump can't say one thing he did that's good. Or if he says something that's right, he's right.
You'll try to find a way to disagree with him.
Same thing with Biden. The people on the right. If you can't say one thing the man did is good, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't listen to people that's far left and far right.
Well, you know what? We had that a little bit in Obama's days. When Obama was president, and if there was a policy that he passed and we didn't agree with, you couldn't vocalize it because people think you were dogging Obama out. And you're like, wait a minute, I like Obama, I like Michelle, hey, they're cool, get down, what's up? Right. But I didn't like that policy that he passed.
Right. So, and if Michelle wore an ugly outfit, I say,
what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Gosh.
And Obama had on mom jeans.
Oh.
The jeans all the way up to his belly button, past his belly button.
Okay, go ahead.
He's very stale. He is.
He is a stale
Michelle
guy.
Makes him cool.
Yeah.
So that is what it is.
I'm sorry.
But he wasn't raised in no black family house. So of course he's going to be stale. But anyway,
go ahead.
Emerald says, salutations, everyone.
All right.
Salutations to you too, Emerald.
All right, Emerald.
Emerald says, we are sick over here too. Okay. You can hear it in my voice that I'm still sick.
You said somebody else said that there's illness all
everywhere.
over.
It's everywhere.
Ooh.
It's everywhere.
Lord, help us.
Justice says, hey, everyone. Salutations, Emerald. Everybody say hi. Layla says, and I probably always say your name wrong, Layla. Hey, tell it like it is, women. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And Justice says, I read that a guy was arrested in Russia for targeting Tucker Carlson. He's lucky he made it back alive. He's such a buckethead. He don't even know that. He's so stupid.
I know.
All right. I'm tired of stupid people making a lot of money.
You always hear he don't get out much.
And he always look like this whenever somebody talking.
He don't get out much. So he's leaving the country. He's just happy. He has that look. Because you guys watch him, I don't.
Yeah, there was, I went to the grocery store here. Wonderful, great grocery store. All of the tomatoes are red and the floor is clean. And everything is
trash,
wonderful.
no graffiti. Ooh.
Everybody's just so wonderful.
Do they even have gangs? They don't have gangs, probably.
We went to Cuba.
I think they got the KGB and that's their gang.
We went to Cuba. Okay?
Yeah.
Cuba is communist. And we sat there. Yeah, hurry up.
No, go ahead.
Oh, we went to Cuba and we sat there And we were like, it's so clean. Nobody's doing something. I'm saying hurry up. Mm-hmm. Nobody's doing anything. Mm-hmm. Nobody's breaking any laws. Everybody's just nice. Such a nice and wonderful place. I didn't get on the line and tell everybody how clean and wonderful and how nice and beautiful Cuba was. I did say that, but then I followed it up with they're also under a communist rule. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to just be running around acting no fool and think nobody going to lock you up. Now, remember we were sitting in the courtyard and some guy, they was chasing him. Remember?
Yeah. And
we were like, I wonder what he did. And somebody from Cuba was like, probably something very small, but he's there. You'll never see him again. No. Because we were there. And the police, you could tell they was embarrassed. Yeah. They was looking at all of us.
They had tourists.
They was looking at all of us tourists, and they was embarrassed that this numbskull acted up in front of everybody.
So they really gave him the...
And that guy in Cuba said, I don't know, but you'll never see him again.
That was the wrong time, the wrong place.
All right, so that is why our Supreme Court, we say all of this to say, that's why the Supreme Court rules the way they rule.
And we're okay
because
with that.
They have to make sure we have checks and balances. And not one person is in control.
We're hoping that it's checks and balances with them. That's the problem.
It's not.
If you're in that high position in court in this country, you need to be on your P's and Q's as well.
Exactly. Well, Nikki Haley won Washington,
D.C.
That'll probably be the only place she wins, but she won.
Gives her a little bit of fire.
Nikki Haley gets first 2024 win in the Washington, D.C. GOP primary. And she beat him. She didn't beat him little. She beat him by a lot.
Ooh, people in D.C. are speaking.
She took 63% and Trump took 33%. Now,
wow.
A person who's smart.
D.C.
A person who's smart, which Trump isn't. He's a numbskull. Would say what I've been saying. Quit talking about Nikki Haley. You already you beating her. You're going to beat her.
But he hasn't been talking about her, right?
He still slips in a couple of things.
They've been mentioning that in the news. That
he can't help it. But
he
can't help it. In everything he says, he can't help it. So the thing is that leave her alone. When you beat her out, you got to make sure the people that voted for her vote for you.
That they'll go to you.
You moron.
You'll get her votes.
Why doesn't he listen?
Kim, are you asking that question?
He's so stupid.
Would a narcissist listen? Would this man listen? His wife probably tired. You don't even see her
she don't even talk to him.
No more. The daughter, you don't hear from her no more. They tired. They can't get through this man's head.
I just don't understand
diarrhea of the mouth.
And everybody who's worked for him has left. They don't work for him no more.
That's why I'm wondering if he does, for sake of argument, if he does make it in, his foot in the White House, who's going to be his administrative team? Nobody wants to work with him. He's thrown everybody under the bus. Unless
they end up going to jail.
Unless you are really like a butt kisser like Tim Scott, he has to hire a bunch of those. Green. Yeah, all of those butt kissers. Maybe they understand. Nobody else will work for him. So they're all in their little group to hopefully be some position in the administrative team. What you think?
They said that most of the people, I agree. They said that most of the people that voted for her, Washington is an educated town for Republicans.
Okay.
They're more than likely people who went to school, who read, and who look at what's going on TV and stuff.
Right.
And don't just listen to what he says.
Exactly.
The problem that the country has is that most people are stupid.
We were hoping that our country, the people in our country were, the DC, what you just named, is a description of other people in other states.
It's not.
When you start, I keep going back to Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I watch Jimmy Kimmel too. Those who are making comment about me and The View. Well, I watch Jimmy Kimmel when he goes out on the street and they'll just ask some random stupid question that makes no sense. And put the mic to people and they'll actually talk to it like it's a real question, a real issue. And Jimmy just likes to show how stupid people are. Yeah. That's sad, though. I don't want to see how stupid we are.
I think they are.
They had put a map up and they said, "Where's Iowa?" Do you know most of the people walking by could not point at the state of Iowa? I felt like, oh my God.
I guess what we lack in education and politics, I guess we make up with heart.
I don't even know if we got that anymore.
We pull together when things happen. When there's national disasters and stuff, people pull together and help each other and put
9/11 is one of the
they put all the politics and stuff to the side and we help each other.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the positive stuff you can say about our country.
We're so sensitive. We're a sensitive nation,
but stupid.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to other countries, they talk about us. Yeah. I guess we don't care, but
yeah, they call
now in the sports and the arts, we're number one. We good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to knowing about what's going on and
awareness of where Iowa.
Now, Nikki Haley,
state of Iowa.
They asked Nikki Haley in the beginning, remember, when it was a bunch of them up on the stage, if Trump wins the nomination, are you going to support him? She said yes. Well, now she's backtracking and saying no.
She better backtrack.
She don't have no choice, they said. She don't have no choice.
Did she sign that thing that says she will?
No, she don't have no choice.
What do you mean she don't have no choice?
She's run against him. Let's say that he wins. She
has to endorse him?
No, she has no choice but not to endorse him. She's all in now.
You're saying she has no choice but to backtrack that and keep it moving backwards.
She cannot endorse him. And the reason
people
why
are already nervous about they were thinking she was possibly the non-person for his vice president.
Right, and he said absolutely not. And she knows absolutely not. So now she's at a point where she's all in now. She's like Mitt Romney. She's all in.
Good.
You either pro-Trump or anti-Trump. She is anti-Trump.
Okay. That's all people needed to hear. Just confirm
But the question is,
keep speaking it.
Are the people who voted for her going to vote for Biden or not vote? And a not vote is a vote for Trump.
And a not vote can also mean an independent person.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
people want to exercise their rights to vote.
Yeah.
But then you got that third party, which I was really nervous about. Because even other news people have said, will that third party, like it did with what's his name with the bow tie?
Ooh.
It was
Perot.
It was Ross Perot. That third party got messy and it messed it up for the Democratic side. So we'll see.
All right. So let's move on to this girl that everybody keep talking about. The FTF get married girl. Y'all been seeing this girl?
I've watched a little bit of it.
Oh my God. I'm so sick of hearing about this girl.
I had to tune in because I had to go, what's going on with this?
All right. This girl, she did, y'all tell me.
For her to make it to the Tamron Hall show.
She was on Good Morning America.
Wow.
It was like a 50-part series or something.
Yeah. Girl, which one you on? I'm on 50. I'm on 49.
FTF, Did I Marry? TikTok series goes viral after captivating viewers. First of all,
we have nothing to do but watch this.
I'm not going to hate on the girl. She
made some money. Give an overview so that I can be caught up and go what's going on.
It says it's an extensive recount of her experience with a man she met online and married during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar, she said in the introductory video, sharing that she's going to be truthful even if it makes her look bad.
Poor thing.
Okay? And it did. She looked stupid. Yeah. But that's fine. If you want to share your story.
She's open for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, that's not what I really want to talk about. Okay? The fact that she did a 50-part series and people actually sat through it. Okay, that's fine. That just means that we're bored and there's absolutely nothing else going on.
And that was during the pandemic, but there are people watching this now.
No, she did it now. She was with him during the pandemic.
Oh, I can see. You had made a good point about during the pandemic.
Oh, during the pandemic, we was watching everything.
Because we was watching the house.
Yeah, we was watching everything. Yeah, that's different.
But
now, But anyway, some people actually sat and watched all 50 parts of it.
Okay.
Some people was like, it was worth it because it was it was a story. It's no different than looking at a movie or something. Okay. Whatever.
Okay. This is real. This is really reality.
Right. So my thing is, okay, you put your life out there. You saw everybody see how stupid you was. Because this guy was like pretending like he was on the phone, talking to his family, never called his family.
No.
Apparently has some psychological issue.
Buying a house.
Buying a house. Everything. Now, why would you marry somebody?
They sold it.
Why would you marry somebody you never talk to their family on the phone, but he's always on the phone? When you at one time go, hey, let me talk to your mom or your brother or whoever. She's stupid.
Or go look
but that's fine.
When he in the washroom.
So Just with the Mess, this is the part I want to talk about. Just with the Mess on the Breakfast Club. Just and hilarious. Ooh. She decided that she wanted to bring up this story about this woman with this 50-part thing.
She brought it up on the Breakfast Club.
On the Breakfast Club.
They ate her up.
Now, Charlamagne, he didn't know anything of what she was talking about, right? He was just listening to her talk about the story. And he didn't see it. So he don't know what the lady looked like or nothing. And he said it sounds like big back something.
So he didn't know.
That she was fat.
He's never seen her, heard her.
No. He said that this story...
He already knew what she looked like.
This story sounds like big back behavior.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
Charlamagne, you funny.
Now, big back, we all know, is fat people. It's a fat person.
With a big back.
Big back. Okay. If you got a big back, you
Is
fat.
that what he calls fat women, though?
He must call them big back.
Like Lizzo big back?
I don't know.
Because is that his name for fat women? Because some of big women don't have big backs.
No, if you fat, you got a big back.
No, you don't. Not all big women have big. Some women are big in the hips. Big
that's true. You're right.
He just did big back. That's just wrong, Charlamagne.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so... Well, when he said big back, the you know what hit the fan.
Oh, the big backs hit the fan.
The big back, all big back women went after him, including T.S. Madison, who's a transgender.
Now, what is T.S. Madison saying?
She's a big back transgender.
But she's never mind.
Saying punch, they should punch. She was being funny though.
Okay.
Saying we all need to go punch him in the face for saying that. Then that caused her and Jess Hilarious, who already don't like each other, they started battling against each other again.
Oh, wow.
So that went on with the whole Jess Hilarious and T.S. Madison.
Like this
one big this woman's 50-part series created a whole thing.
It's just like Cat Williams and Monique.
Same thing.
Boy, they just need that little spark to get things going.
So I want to talk about her. She was on Tamara Hall, and she was talking about how...
Where's she from?
I don't care. I don't know. She was talking about how...
She's not from D.C.
She was talking about how...
Being funny.
She was talking about how Charlamagne's big back comment hurt her feelings. So listen.
Poor thing.
Talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I went through. So that was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight, and not to mention that it's hard. I do.
Okay. First of all,
he didn't say anything about you're deserving or not deserving.
Right.
He just thought for that story to happen, you must be desperate.
Well, let's talk about this, Lenore.
So,
so first of all, she said she got mad about him talking about her big back. Okay. This is the weakest generation,
low hanging fruit,
that I have ever seen in my life.
We
have gotten to the point now where you can't say anything about anybody,
even though it's truthful.
When you grew
it's just
up,
mean, I guess, to people.
If you were a fat kid, you was called fat.
Yeah, I was.
If you were short, you was called short.
Big ears.
If you were skinny, you was called skinny.
Big nose.
If you wore glasses, they called you Popeye.
Dark skin.
If you was dark, you was black. If
yellow,
you was light, you was
banana.
high yellow. All names.
Oh, help us. Skinny. They used to call what is this? What's her name on Popeye's?
Yes.
Olive oil.
First of all, quit taking stuff so personal.
Yeah.
You decided to go on and do a 50-part TikTok series talking about your life. You have a fat face.
Yeah.
I have a fat face.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has a fat face.
Thank you. Can I say that myself, though? Why you got to point at me like that? Let me talk about my own.
With a small forehead. She has a small...
Don't you hate with somebody? Let me talk about my own imperfections here. I have a fat face with a small forehead.
But my whole head is fat.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So it fits everything.
But you know what? If we put ourselves out there, people even come back in our, and you said they made comments about
if you're in the comment section, first of all, one person started off by saying, you two Attila the Huns from Star Wars needs to quit talking about people. Now, I didn't get mad.
I wish you told me that. That's funny. If you could come up with some good ones, I'm okay with that. Because
now it's low-hanging fruit. Yes, it is. It's low-hanging fruit.
Ooh, let me get a cramp.
But we'll go stand up.
I'm fine.
But the point is,
you didn't tell me somebody said that.
If you're gonna go on here,
yes,
people gonna talk about you.
Yes.
Now, is it mean? Yes. But it is what it is. If you don't want people to talk about you, don't go on the internet.
Charlamagne called her big bag.
Yeah. The second point of that, he didn't even know what she looked like.
Oh, wow.
But fat women, more than likely, are desperate.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired.
Not all. Okay.
There are women who have been able to break through with their fat selves.
Their esteem
the
level.
stereotype.
Hey.
Okay?
No matter how big I am.
Now, I have never in my life had a problem with getting a man. Okay? And normally, back in the day, even before I got this size, now I'm just really big.
Right.
Most of the guys that I talked to never dated a heavy woman.
Right. You were probably the first that they talked to.
They just liked me.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, with that being said, that is not the normal.
Okay.
A lot of times people put, and it don't even have to be real fat. You could just have a big stomach or big hips or something.
Right, some oddness.
Most people put their self-esteem in the way they look. That's even skinny people. It doesn't matter whether you're fat, skinny, whatever. You put you're not supposed to, and it'd be nice if you can work past it, but you put your self-esteem in what you look like.
And then what people say.
Now,
with your look,
if you
should
are
be
fat,
or should not be.
The chances of you walking into an NBA game and walking across the floor and the NBA players stop and look,
like, whoa,
is slim to none.
Okay.
If I was betting,
slim pickings,
I wouldn't bet that they would even turn their head and look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if you're Halle Berry,
okay,
and you walk across the basketball floor, there's going to be some basketball players that are going to turn and they're going to look.
Right.
People don't like, that's why they didn't like Kevin Samuels. He would say a lot of stuff that was stupid, in my opinion. That's the one that passed away.
Oh, the one that passed.
But some of the stuff he said was right. Yeah. You got to know,
like most
if you
men
are
would think.
A BMW or a Hyundai.
Or van. Station.
You can walk across, you can drive across that floor as a van with confidence up to the wall.
It has spoilers on and everything.
And that way you might pull somebody because they might like your confidence.
Yes, that's what they're attracted to.
Like I said, I dated guys who never dated heavy women, but they liked me. They liked my confidence. They liked who I thought I was.
Right.
But if you think for 1 second you're driving across that floor as a BMW and you're a fully loaded van with an extra tire on the back, and you think a guy that's 20 years old or 21, 22, making $400 million a year is going to knock his teammates over to get to you, that is, you ain't living in a delusional world.
Right.
So when Charlamagne said that sounds like big back behavior, he was absolutely correct.
And I'm
9 times out of 10, It doesn't mean skinny women don't get cheated.
Exactly,
They do.
yeah.
It doesn't mean they don't get taken to the cleaners. They do.
Yeah.
It don't mean that they don't get scammed. They do. But a lot of times, the heavier women will put up with more than they would if they were skinny.
And it's probably true that the gentleman that took advantage of her
Knew that.
He knew that. Yeah. That's
so they prey on these women.
Because even, let's just say for sake of argument, because on the news yesterday, it's so funny that you said that. A young lady, she was a white girl, dark brunette hair. She wasn't bad looking. You could tell she's had some cosmetic surgery with the nice lips and stuff. The newsman was talking to her. In fact, the guy that took advantage of her, he's been arrested. But they met online. They talked. They've been months talking and really develop a relationship like they were actually going to, get together and travel. Do you not know each time he asked her for money, she gave it to him? The news guy said, okay, how much have you given him total? And she said $75,000. The news guy, it was a black news guy. He said, did not a red flag come up even halfway in that money? She kept giving him money. He was a nice looking guy too. They both traded photos and she was supposed to go meet him. So she wasn't a fat back person.
Exactly.
She was attractive. But she was taken advantage of. So the guy fed on that.
So they look for things.
Yes.
One of the things they look for is heavy women.
Yeah.
That's one.
And see where your confidence level is.
That every heavy woman is desperate for a man.
Or that's
it just means that that's one of the things that they typically look for.
Mm-hmm. They gonna
unattractive women.
They read you and see.
Unattractive.
How far can I go with her?
They prey on unattractive women.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They prey on women who are single moms.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a single mom, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean you're desperate.
Now,
it means that they prey on women that they feel will be put up with a lot because they need a lot from that person.
We got to see the other side of that too. There are nice looking women who prey on unattractive men.
Oh, of course.
With money.
Of course.
Sugar daddies.
Yes.
So we do it on both sides.
It's on both sides.
It's just things you all differently look for.
Now, whenever they do get a Halle Berry, they prey on her.
Yeah.
Because she has a history of allowing men to step over her. Wow. We know some women who we think are beautiful.
Oh, God.
And they let men step all over them.
We sit back
and the men that step over them aren't even good looking.
I'm like, we've had people in our circle.
I'm like, I wouldn't even talk to that Negro.
They're attractive women. You even
low self-esteem.
You brought up the story of, you was being funny, pimping out two of our friends. You was being funny, but you shared that too. So you know what men are attracted to. So when we were trying to sell CDs, these two women were attractive and they were coming back not selling CDs. My sister said, take your coat off.
Yes.
Show a little skin. Those girls came back. They sold how many CDs after that?
Thank you.
She know what men are attracted to. So unfortunately, you used them. But it was all in fun.
Now, why would I put me out there?
Exactly. You said, I'm not
trying to sell some stuff.
I'm not going to show no leg because I want to put out there.
You guys are just delusional. I'm sorry. I know I can't go out on the corner and lift my skirt up and have men just crashing into the trees.
You may get a few chubby chasers.
I might get some.
You may get a few.
And that's another thing. I don't like chubby chasers.
You don't like chubby chasers. And I told you there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't like men who like big women. Isn't that funny?
They have a preference.
No,
they like thick women. And what's wrong with that?
Unless they're not
perverted.
There's a difference between being thick and being fat.
If they're not perverted, though. But they can be a preference. They like thick legs and big arms and big chests.
No. There's a difference with liking a thick woman and liking a real big 600-pound woman.
Real big woman.
That's not normal. I'm sorry.
So she's
But you can like the woman and she could happen to be 600 pounds.
Right.
But you're not trying to like
so
that.
So I don't understand. Like,
and she gonna die. You like her dying? You want to help her, get her healthy and stuff.
So I don't understand going back to this lady That really hurt her feelings.
Hurt her feelings. You heard her.
Yeah.
Because he called her a big bag.
And he hadn't even seen her.
Charlamagne came back today and apologized.
Oh, good for him.
He said, I'm not in the habit of trying to hurt people's feelings. He apologized.
Good.
But he leaned into what I just said.
Wow.
He said, I apologize if what I said made you feel, bad or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I can't take back what I'm saying. Yeah. What he's saying was true.
That's what he understands.
Normally, that is big back behavior.
Yeah. Usually when you hear a story like this girl's story, 50, how many scenes? How many? 50?
Normally times, if you hear somebody tell a story, if I
eyes,
never even saw her, I would say, I bet you she fat.
Yeah. That's sad.
And it could come back, somebody can say, no, she's not.
Oh, okay. Then you'll go with the next one. Is she unattractive?
No, she's beautiful.
Ooh, then she got low self-esteem.
Has she been abused in the past?
Yeah, like a doormat
spirit.
Her
other boyfriends used to beat her up.
You go down the road.
You
start with
Is she a single mom? Does she have kids and trying to look for a father?
Real lonely.
Something.
Yeah.
Is she lonely?
You go down your checklist. And then if she's nice looking, you're like, okay, there's something else not right.
Is she a Christian?
She let somebody take advantage of her.
Is she a Christian and she want a Christian man?
Yeah.
Half of these men be in church are ugly. And if they was out in the club, nobody would talk to them. But at church, they Denzel Washington, for God's sakes. Because nobody else is there. It's only 5 men in the whole church. So of course he looks like Denzel Washington.
Well, that's why I was telling you I was telling you about that one show that I was watching, the Singles Talk. Are women ready to go outside of their ethnicity, their ethnic group, to meet somebody? When Tamron
depends on who it is.
Tamron had Lonnie Love on there with her new man.
It depends. If you want to, go ahead.
Be open for other
I agree.
race of people.
But I'm not. I love chocolate men, so.
Okay. Go ahead with her.
I love black men.
Was that all you were going to bring up? It's just what Charlamagne said?
I'm just sick of her.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of her being on everything, and I'm tired of people talking about this. Let her get her 15 minutes of fame with her fat self and get out of here. Now, if she wants to do something with it, then I'll agree.
Maybe she'll bring awareness.
Do something.
Yeah.
Do something with that 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
And then I don't mind seeing you. But I don't want to see you on any more talk shows talking about how your feelings was hurt because somebody said you had a big back. You do have a big back.
That's just wrong.
She act like he said something wrong. I would like if somebody came on and said he said I was ugly, then I would be mad. Okay. How dare you say I'm ugly?
Right.
You can say I got a big back, but don't call me ugly.
He didn't say ugly though.
He didn't say ugly. He said she had a big back.
That's just wrong.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Christopher says, why have they put her on TV? Emerald says some things he said was right, but it was his delivery that really bothered me. Yeah. Exactly. That's why he apologized.
Yeah.
Emerald says, plus he made it seem like older women were thrown away because we were past our prime. And I feel like that is totally negative and wrong to dispense that information. Justice says it's not about what you look like. People are attracted to people who make them feel good about themselves. And she's not going to have a problem finding a man now becoming famous. Exactly. Mm-hmm. They'll be chasing her. Yeah. Exactly. And there's guys who's not even going to chase her because she's famous. They might look at her and say, I like her. Mm-hmm. I like what she looks like. I like her hair. I like how she's put together. Like she seems like a nice woman. I want a nice woman. Mm-hmm. For her to put all of that energy into a nut job, man, I imagine a man treating her right and she puts that same energy into him.
Now, who was it that said, was it Chris that asked why is she on there? Because she's viral.
Because she's viral.
That's what I've been telling my sister. I've been looking at people's Facebook postings talking about this girl.
Yes.
And I said, let me chime in. Who is this WTF?
Right.
What Mary thing? And I'm like,
so do something with it and then I'm fine with it. But I don't want to see any more of her.
Reality show for real.
No more going on shows talking about how you mad that Charlamagne called you a big back.
Yeah.
You are.
Right.
And another thing too. Now, big back, I don't really like. I'd rather have you just say she a big girl. But calling somebody a big back to me sounds like a gorilla.
Oh, some other kind of animal. Like the humpback whale.
Yeah, it sounds like an animal name.
Hunchback whale.
So that is true. You could come up with something else, Charlamagne.
Charlamagne.
Big back is like gorilla.
Or some other kind of humped over animal. I don't know. That's his word.
But that's his word.
I'm sure a lot
and he has
got their own little
and people came and talked about him. They talked about him having a milk dud head.
He don't
and
care.
stuff.
He don't care.
And he's short. He the only person I know stand up and he the same height as when he's sitting down.
That's wrong.
When Charlamagne stands up from the chair, I still think he's sitting down.
But it don't matter because his wife and he are.
And he don't care.
Just like Kurt Franklin. We tease Kurt Franklin for his height.
Kurt Franklin is about
so good with his
4
wife.
foot tall.
And she's 3'9". They look cute together.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You think he hasn't heard that he's short?
Oh, God, all the time.
So then leave it alone.
But yeah, the bottom line is she put her business out. She's going to get feedback here and there. Here's the thing, and you can go on to the next one. It's for me, I thought she would be more concerned with not the fact that somebody called her big back because she is fat.
Right.
But if they call her anything mentally, like what's wrong with her? Is she crazy? Is she stupid? Is she desperate?
Well, she was all that
anything.
too.
Well, I'm just saying.
Right.
That's where you really get like,
Yes.
But you are heavy.
Yeah.
So that's just a bad term he called you. But he automatically thought she's heavy.
But she's not tacky or nothing. She
she's
looks
a nice looking girl.
Her hair is nice. Her clothes is nice.
She learns from this and grow. Ooh,
so
somebody need to get a hold of her and just hopefully minister to her. Because she don't do this again.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. But she does dress like you. You would wear something like that with that shirt.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm older now.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear that.
Okay.
I'm comfy. She don't look comfortable.
Exactly. I don't know why fat people why do fat people wear tight stuff?
Like she look like she can't just be free.
Yeah, I gotta be free. I'm sorry. I don't want to be. You fat already.
Yeah.
And you wear it's already skinny people wear tight stuff.
I like flowing things.
But you fat and you already uncomfortable being fat. And
I don't want nothing tight on me.
Yeah.
Let it flow.
Right.
I like linen and nice wide pants with some, of course, elastic waistband. But go ahead.
You wear regular waistbands.
No, I don't.
Not anymore.
I'm older now.
Oh.
And since I've had this illness, those muscles
because I used to crack on
weak.
you.
I've had so many surgeries.
I used to be like,
I can't do tight no
I used
more.
to crack on you. Be like,
I'll do jeans.
Welcome to the world of elastic.
No, I do jeans, and the jeans may be a little bigger, but I do elastic now. I'm
and
an elastic girl like you.
Do a belt?
No, I can't even fit my belts. I had this one belt that I got. It had a lot of rhinestones on it. I could have been like Beyonce with a little cowboy hat and a rhinestone belt. I can't even fit that.
But you don't even see the rhinestones. That's why.
I wore that belt when I was in my treatment, and I had lost a lot of weight, so I felt happy to wear it then.
I'm just saying,
although I was sick.
Right.
But go ahead.
Okay. But if you wear a belt and you don't see it,
I don't wear belts.
No, I'm saying when people fat and they wear a belt, you don't see it.
I used to. Yeah, I used
Why
to.
wear the belt? Nobody's seeing the rhinestones.
I had a little bit of waist, even though I was heavy.
And fat people are shaped different.
Yeah, we are.
Some fat people have a skinny waist and they can wear stuff like that.
Or some of them have a big stomach, so you got to know your limitations.
Know your limitations.
And one size does not fit all.
No, it doesn't.
Come on, big women. Come on, fluffy ladies.
All right. Okay. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already know we talked about that guy suing him, the producer guy.
How many people coming at him?
Everybody. We don't care.
Gosh.
But one of the things that the producer guy said in his lawsuit was that Diddy was bragging about firing up a club back in the day. Now, back in the day, I remember this. This is when he was dating Jennifer Lopez. And
because we were like, please don't date him no more.
And the whole thing with him blanking up the club, he said he didn't do it, but Shine did. This guy right there. Ooh. Shine took the blame for it, the fall for it, and went to prison for it. Okay? But this lady was one of the people that was a bystander, and she got shot in the face.
Oh, my goodness.
And she said she told people back then that Puffy blasted her in the face. And he paid people off, allegedly, to say that he didn't do it. So this is her story. She's coming back now because she's saying, isn't it funny how in this new lawsuit, the guy said Puffy was bragging about it. That's what brought her back out again. So here it is.
Oh, my God.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him, lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Little Rod. So basically, his last two lawsuits, or last two major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went. And he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so. And while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why. In this lawsuit with the producer Little Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, that's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it. Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club New York shooting. I have told everyone ad nauseum since then, even the surgeon who did the surgery to take the bullet. I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer. I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible, testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew pew me in the face.
Okay. Now she goes on to keep talking about it. But my thing is, he bought his way out of that. Allegedly.
So he's hooked up, like you're saying, with what's that group? What's the whole thing with that?
Oh, Illuminati, I guess they say.
Because for him to have that much power, money to shut people up, that's mafia stuff.
Now,
that's some movement there.
In my opinion, if this is true, and I don't see why she would lie, especially if she said it in court back then. And then why would that new guy say he told him that?
So that's two witnesses.
Yes.
Wow.
So my thing is 2024.
The chickens are coming home to roost.
The chickens are coming home to roost.
What was done in the dark is come to light.
It's come to light.
So P. Diddy, if you've done some unethical things that were wrong and you wrong people, sorry, dude, you got to pay.
See?
You're going to be in a jail cell next to R. Kelly.
So let's see what happens. We'll be following this case, but I don't see why she would be lying. If she said, my story has never changed. I said the same thing back then, and I'm saying it now. Now, let me tell you another reason why this is important. J-Lo.
What about her?
Jennifer Lopez was there that night, and she knows exactly what happened.
She does?
She was with them.
They didn't question her, though?
She was with them when this happened, right?
Right.
She has a documentary coming out, and they've been showing the previews. And according to her, she's going to reveal things that's never been revealed before, and she's going to tell the truth. Is this going to be one of the things that she's going to talk about in her documentary? She talks about being abused by whoever she was with back then. People said that he didn't physically abuse her, but he manhandled her, and he was verbally abusive. Is she going to talk about her time that she was with Diddy? Is she going to talk about what happened that night? Is she going to be honest? People were saying if she puts this documentary out and she doesn't address that, nobody wants to see her stupid documentary.
Oh, they want to see it. But then again, it can build up. And I guess if the word gets out, if people buy it and saying, "Oh, she ain't talking about that," then we don't want to see it. Won't even happen.
We won't see it. We don't care about it. If you're not telling the truth, then we don't want to hear it.
But then she got other stuff that she can talk about, so her book may sell.
One of Puffy's bodyguards said that Will and Jada wanted to do a threesome with her, with J-Lo. Is she gonna talk about that? And Diddy almost got in a fight with Will over it. This was the time when he was dating.
One of them swinging couples, huh?
Apparently, this is what the bodyguard said. Diddy brought J-Lo over, and they was always talking. And Will and Jada was kind of making insinuation that they wanted to do something with J-Lo.
Too bad the bodyguards and the maids and all that can't write books, because I'm sure they've signed disclaimers.
Well, this bodyguard talking,
I wish if you were to have the books written by, documentaries by the people that drive them, the people that chauffeur, the bodyguard over them, cook for them, keep their kids, they got stories.
So let's see if she's going to talk about that night, what happened, if she's going to be honest. Is she going to talk about Will Smith almost getting in a fight with Puffy over her? Let's see how much her documentary is going to be honest.
How far is this lady who got shot in the face, though? Is that going to go anywhere?
We don't know.
He
paid her off. He paid her civilly.
Oh, he did? So she
paid her civilly.
So she really can't say nothing.
But criminally, he could still be prosecuted criminally for this. Well, he was found not guilty, but she's saying that what this lady's saying is there may be a RICO charge coming up against him. You know how Fonnie Willis be doing RICO charges. New York might do one against Diddy.
Wow.
So we'll see.
We'll see, Diddy.
Justice says, she was in the car when the police stopped them. The gun was in the car. Yep. J-Lo knows exactly what happened that night. And she knows whether that lady really got shot in the face by Diddy. Is she going to tell the truth or not?
I don't know why she got with him. So
let's see.
Okay.
If she don't tell the truth, everybody say they don't want to hear nothing she got to say.
They're not going to buy the book.
We don't care. No, a documentary.
Oh, it's a movie documentary.
Yeah, documentary.
Oh.
LeBron James.
What record did he break?
Oh, you don't know?
I've read it, but with 40,000.
LeBron James, first NBA player to score 40,000 points. And the Lakers lost to the Nuggets. And they lost, even though he got his 40,000 points.
Too bad.
In a game, the NBA and the Lakers celebrated all the shots LeBron James made on his way to 40,000 points. The Nuggets continue to make every big shot necessary to win, I guess. For the 8th consecutive time, including last year's Western Conference Finals, the Nuggets defeated the Lakers. Okay, we got that. The Lakers led by 11 points in the first half, but Denver stormed back in the third quarter and dominated. Okay. The loss meant the Lakers' celebration of James' accomplishment would again be muted. The team lost when James set the all-time scoring record last season, and they lost when he passed Karl Malone and Kobe Bryant in the top 3 of the NBA's all-time scoring list. Now, he says being the first player to do something, that's pretty cool in this league. You just know the history, the greats that come through the league, James said. For me, the main thing is always the main thing, and that's to win. I hated that it had to happen in a defeat, especially versus the team that plays extremely well. A lot of people weren't talking about the fact that he scored 40,000 points. They were saying that this probably won't happen in our lifetime again.
Well, think about how old he is. They had asked him in the playoffs, I think one of the games, it was something that just happened recently. What was it, the superstar thing?
Yeah. NBA.
How you keep
All-Star.
up with most of the players on his team is half his age.
Yeah.
And he's still going strong. And he said, they keep me young. They keep me moving.
Yeah.
So that's part of how he's able to break records, because he's lasting longer.
Yeah.
But of course, if anybody else come up, they got to do as long. It's almost like your man Tom Brady.
You got to be in there.
You got to be old to even break all those records. You got to be a 60-year-old quarterback. Unless you do it by 27 or 28. Boy, you doing something.
Yep.
But go ahead.
Magic Johnson tweeted the video of a milestone basket saying he was glad that I was here to witness such an incredible feat. Okay. At the next dead ball, the Lakers honored James with a video tribute and presenting him with the game ball. I was just telling him in the locker room, he might have to stop breaking records because we always lose anytime he breaks records. That's what David said, laughing.
Yeah, that's like our quarterback for the Bears.
Yep,
he's broke a few records, but we didn't have a good winning
Well, we still waiting to see if we're gonna keep the same quarterback.
Stay, yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
I get it though, because when you break records, you want to hopefully have won that game.
Yeah. And that's why David said every time you break a record, we lose.
Yeah. But I guess that's why probably to him, it's good that I broke a record, but I would rather have won.
Yes.
You know,
but I'm happy that he won. Okay.
And I was telling you on that meme that you put up, saying something that's not popular and how many people agree or disagree. And
you said LeBron James?
I said, no, I didn't say LeBron. I said Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest of all times. And one of my sorority sisters said, that's not even open for discussion. Right, in my own words. Right. That's a no-brainer. And I said, no, some people don't believe he's. But
it's not about.
I get what. Yeah. We've had that discussion, but there are people who don't believe he's a GOAT.
But it's not about records. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time because of other stuff,
other things. Yeah.
It's not just
because
that.
LeBron is following in his.
And everything.
Steps, yeah.
And I think LeBron is up there.
Yeah.
Because remember, I told you I like LeBron when everybody can't stand LeBron. I like LeBron.
Yeah. Even that Ohio thing. Yeah.
I still like LeBron. He went back and gave him a championship.
He sure did, though.
So leave him alone. All right.
Go ahead.
Maybe I'll see. Let's see. Let's really quickly talk about Caitlyn because you brought her up.
Well, it's quick to talk about because we don't know much about her. She's like new on the scene to us.
Caitlin Clark passes Pete Buttigieg to set the all-time NCAA scoring record. Now, remember, this is the one that had the controversy with the black girl. Remember a long time ago? It wasn't a long time ago. It was it last year, y'all? Remember the black girl who became famous because Caitlyn and her had words on the court? You probably don't even. We talked about it.
Was Caitlyn the one?
Yeah, it was Caitlyn. We talked about it.
What did they do? I can't remember. Would they one snub the other?
Caitlyn has said something. Let me see.
Oh, she made a comment about the black girl?
No.
Or about her team or something? That I remember it. I just don't remember what they said or what happened. People have come while you looking. Caitlyn was playing in Northwestern, and people were lined up just to see her, even from the other team.
Oh, that was it. Angel Reese and her. They made a gesture.
Yes.
It was the gesture.
Yes, it was a gesture.
And
the black girl did something.
Yeah, the gesture.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn was saying that leave her alone. It's not nothing wrong with that.
Yes,
it wasn't.
There we go.
She didn't take it like people was taking the gesture.
Yeah, they built it up.
Yeah, they built it up.
Yeah, and that black girl got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Caitlyn seems like a good team sport person.
Well, it says Iowa's Caitlyn Clark became the NCAA's all-time score leader on Sunday as she closes out her final season with the Hawkeyes in a game against Ohio State. Clark entered her latest regular season game 17 points shy of this Peter Maravich. He career record of 3,667 points. She passed the record, which has stood since 1970. With a 3-throw toward the end of the first half. She now has 3,668 points.
Wow.
In an interview at halftime, Clark said she wasn't aware she had broken the record in that moment. When they announced it, everybody screamed.
Yeah.
That's when I knew, she said. So I like that. I like her.
She's a good player.
I think we're going to follow her.
WNBA for sure.
Find out what's going on. Sure. It says ticket prices for the record-setting game against Ohio State skyrocketed as people lined up to watch her play.
Yes. I'm telling y'all, when she was in Northwestern Evanston, the line was around the building to go see her. She's already a big star.
It said celebrities were in the audience. WNBA player, 4-time champion Maya Moore, and rapper Travis Scott were there.
If she stays healthy, God bless her, she'll have a very good career.
Now, I was looking at a background on her when she was little. She was so cute. Her dad bought her one of those little basketball rims. And she played on it all the time. Oh. Then when she was in school, she couldn't play with the girls because she was too good. She had to play on the little boys' team.
I was getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to say, she's so good. Remember we were talking about, what's her name, coming back from Russia? And if she wants to play, when would they ever open the doors for women to play on the NBA?
Right.
With men.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that may happen anytime soon. We don't know.
Well, I told you.
She is good, better than some of the men.
Well, when we talked about what's her name coming back from Russia, remember I told you I don't like what she doing. because in my opinion, she's transgender. She should be playing with the boys.
But she hasn't transed over.
She did. She got her breast cut off.
Oh, so she's actually did the transgender.
She's a transgender. She lives her life as a man.
So she doesn't want to play anymore with the girl, the women.
No, she does. I'm saying she should be playing with the men.
But she's not that good.
See?
She's not like Caitlyn.
Now, that's not fair. Why is it when a woman transgenders to a man, she stays in the female sport?
No.
But when the men transgender to women, they go and swim and play basketball with women.
Let's say, for sake of argument, you're right. If Caitlyn wakes up and says, I'm a man, I want to transgender.
Is she going to go play with men?
Oh, God. With her records, they may say, yeah, we're going to let you.
See, that's not right.
We're going to let you because you good. You good. That boy good.
You see?
That boy good.
That's why it shouldn't be.
But I see what you're saying.
That's why people are saying it's not fair.
The male gender transing to the woman.
Then they swimming on the swimming team.
He beats them all, though. That's just not right.
He's Jim Carrey in The Living Color.
It's like LeBron James.
What is it, Wanda? What was his name?
Wanda.
Was it Wanda? No, it was somebody.
No, that was on Living Color.
Living Color. I forgot.
It was Wanda.
Jim Carrey.
Wanda.
Hello there. How are you? I'm ready to swim.
But think about it. You even said Mike Tyson transgendering. No. LeBron James transgendering. No, you can't play with the women. Dude. So I don't know how they're going to do this in sports.
See?
Now.
But the women that's in the WNBA who are living the lives of men, they still playing in NWA. WNBA. Go ahead.
NWBA. What's his name? Bruce Jenner's new transgender.
His daughter.
Character. No, Bruce's new name, Caitlyn.
Oh, Caitlyn.
He actually disagrees with male transgendering like he did and playing in the female sport. Now he's an athlete saying
because he knows that he still runs like Bruce Jenner.
Yes, he does. Yes, or she, I should say. I'm sorry.
So that's all I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. It's like whatever it is, play within your sport.
They may have to do a whole new group for them.
But was it fair to have her play with the boys? They would say.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Growing up,
you could go with all different ways with this. Timothy Taylor says Jordan, Kobe, Dr. J. That must be his
Jordan,
pick. Jordan, Kobe, Dr. J.
Oh, you didn't put LeBron in there?
That's his top 3.
Wow. Okay.
Emerald says, I agree with you about Michael Jordan. Timothy said Angel Reese. We was trying to think of the black girl's name. You can't see me hand gesture. Emerald says she always did like this hand gesture when she was winning, and so the sister did the same hand gesture when she started. That was
exactly.
It was that you can't see me. Wasn't it like this or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's follow Caitlyn. Is it Caitlyn? Caitlyn. I'm very proud of her.
She's gonna continue to break
hopefully
records.
She'll get people to want to,
she'll get like how Taylor Swift got NBA, NFL excited.
Yep.
Beyonce's getting country music excited.
Yep.
Caitlyn's getting women's basketball excited. I don't mind when people do that because I notice people tend to throw shade at some of these people. Stay in your lane. You just making it confusing. Why you didn't? No, let it happen because there's good things that are happening from it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
speaking of athletes,
we always try to show something funny. Now you thought this was funny.
I thought it was.
So go ahead.
Because he tried to pull. I can't do the music though, because they play music. You gotta show it again. Watch it, the beginning again, and how dude, he makes them shake.
Where'd you do it the sound? Where is it at anyway? Oh. I just do a little bit.
Okay, they getting ready to start, and he gonna wrestle him while his head was. He did a sneak attack, and this boy still pins him down. He gonna wait till his head turns around and then go charge him, and then he starts like he crying. he being a.
He was a good sport though. He still stayed there.
Aww. They have to take their thing off and then do shake or something. But I told my sister I had to see, because his head is that boy still pinned him. I love this. I love it. You caught me off guard. I'm still taking you down. Okay.
She thought that was funny. So
I did.
All right. You always want to know who Charlamagne the God's donkey of the day is.
Oh, God. I heard about
Today's donkey of the day, Charlamagne the God gives it to this school in Oklahoma. Okay?
It was fundraiser, though, was it?
Student toe licking fundraiser sparks investigation into Oklahoma school. An Oklahoma high school is reportedly under investigation after students were filmed licking peanut butter off of people's toes as part of a fundraising event.
Ooh.
Students between the 9th and 12th grade at Deer Creek High School volunteered on Thursday to participate in an unequally unhygienic stunt, a video of which was obtained. So what happened was they had this fundraiser and they had to do certain things to raise money. One of the things we're assuming was lick peanut butter off of somebody's feet.
Oh, Jesus.
One of the girls came home. The mom asked her, hey, so how did school go today? She said, oh, we had a fundraiser today. It was fun. And kids was licking peanut butter off other people's feet. And the mom said, what? She said, oh, here's the video. Look at it. Everybody can see. And the mom was like, what?
Yeah.
So they told other parents, and parents was like, licking peanut butter off of people's feet.
This was in the school.
In the school.
They let them do this.
So
who
does that?
With COVID and other things that can be on your feet, health concerns.
And it's sexual too.
Oh.
Sucking somebody's toes.
Oh.
Kids.
Oh. Ooh, I cringed when I heard this. Ugh. And the school let them do this. This is not like they was hidden somewhere and somebody found out about it.
The school released a statement saying they had raised $152,000. A restaurant,
now they got to pay in lawsuits.
A restaurant chain that works with students, yeah.
Lawsuits is coming against you, so hold on to that
They
money.
raised it for a restaurant chain, the Average Joe Coffee, who works with students and adults with intellectual and development and physical disabilities. The school district also said that all students involved had volunteered for the activity and signed up for the game. Is this school stupid? So if they sign up and volunteer that they want to lick each other's butts, are they going to let them do it?
Or other parts of the body? What is wrong with people? That is so nasty. Licking somebody's feet, the peanut butter off their toes. Oh,
but the school okayed it.
Oh. But yet they getting rid of teachers who do little stupid
look
things
at in the
like
comments. Somebody said Oklahoma is very different. I grew up here and we also had foot washing services at our churches where they wanted us children to dry the grown-ups' feet with our hair.
You wasn't licking it, though.
No, with our hair.
Oh, like Mary
because
did.
That's what Mary did for Jesus. I thought it was gross, so I pretended I was slain in the spirit.
You know
so
what?
I wouldn't have to do it.
Oh, my gosh. And that's Jesus.
Somebody said...
ain't nobody on this earth like Jesus.
Somebody said everyone is expressing outrage. I don't know. $150,000 to help disabled students doesn't sound awful to me.
You don't care if kids is licking peanut butter off of other kids' toes.
Somebody said peanut butter and toe jam. Yum.
Oh, gosh.
Somebody said, once again, conservatives are the only one outraged. So sick of all these conservatives being offended by everything. So that's liberal?
Where is
Someone
our world
said,
coming through?
see, I told you people are stupid. Somebody said, that is some kinky stuff. What are they teaching kids in school?
They're not teaching them Black history. We know that.
Somebody said, it matters. Is it smooth or crunchy? Peanut butter.
Because that crunchy could be a nail or a piece of skin coming off.
Somebody said, only people in red state are going cray-cray.
Like Myra's feet. Can you imagine on Martin? She was doing Myra's feet and she had to do the Who gonna put peanut butter on that? You don't know what people's feet been.
Somebody said this is incredible. If someone had told me when I was a kid in the 70s that today's exercise is to lick people's toes, I would have walked out and my parents would have beat the tar out of the folks who tried to compel me to do it.
Thank you.
What is going on in school today?
Back in my day, parents would have come to that school and there would have been some knocking heads going on with the teachers and the principal.
Now,
whoever said yes to this.
This is the last comment from somebody who's apparently liberal. And I'm going to make a comment after this. They said, and just who got hurt by this? No one was forced to do anything. They volunteered to raise money for a good cause. Too many snowflakes running around being offended these days. And that, sir, is the reason why Trump may win.
Because of this mindset.
Yeah,
sucking toes.
And they feel like the world is too liberal, too left, and crazy. And that is why those of us who have normal minds, who aren't far left and aren't far right, that's why we're caught in a turmoil, because the far left and the far right are fighting each other, and people with common sense, which isn't that many of us left, are in the middle. Most people are morons.
Because I'm
thinking, on both sides.
If they okay with, I get it if, like, the comment was made about the heavy girl and trying to get her husband and whatever, and she fat jokes about, because they were talking about some of the things that I was listening to Mama's TV about, a checklist of all the things that Trump has said. Mm-hmm. He talked really ugly about Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
Ugly, fat, and he does make comments like that. But I draw the line when you are health concerns, licking people's legs and feet.
Not even that, but just toes. The fact that it's
how is that okay?
How is it okay?
Talk about my toes. I don't care.
How
call me
is
fat,
it okay?
Call my head ugly.
How is it okay for an adult to have a kid licking peanut butter off their toes?
That because they okay with it. The kid didn't say, you didn't force the kid to do it. He wanted to do it. He wanted to lick the toes off of the other kid. And they both parents are okay with, you okay with your son licking my son's toes and the peanut butter? Sure, go on, Jim.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my
far
God.
left. Now, you saw all those people. It's even more comments on positive and saying that people are too conservative or too red state, or it's more people on both sides are morons. And that's why Trump may win.
But
because of the fact that they think that the schools will be inundated with liberal people who feel it's okay for kids to suck peanut butter off of toes.
I can tell too when you put memes on Facebook, some of the memes have very conservative replies. One meme you put up about your teenage son comes and asks you at prom, can I have some money? Or dad,
get a hotel
because I'm getting a hotel with my girlfriend after the prom. You can count the no's, hecky no, woo no. One person actually replied and said, what if my son is dating her? And I thought about if they were dating already and she already had a baby by him, she's a mother at 17, you gonna tell them no, they've already did the nasty and had a child. So everybody didn't think of other. I get it. Don't ask me to give money towards your messiness.
Right,
I get that. But you're right. We are a very conservative country.
But my thing
very conservative.
My thing is, even if that's your child, do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't like when you involve other people. That's a school. So that's everybody.
That's a school allowing it to happen.
Exactly. So you got people whose parents are conservative or liberal.
Right.
There might be some parents who don't care. There might be some parents who care.
Right.
So don't do it. If it's something that requires you to have to think, maybe some parents may like it and some don't or whatever, don't do it.
Well, maybe all the parents did like it. Like the person said this.
No, they said the parents didn't know about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, going back, Emerald says they should have a third gender league, which I agree with that.
Yeah, they do.
Justice says, what fetishes came up
before the toes
with that nonsense? Thank you. That's somebody's fetish.
Lick this, touch that.
Emerald says, what happened to dunking a teacher?
Yeah. Or holding something in between your legs and running. Or trying to put a ball swinging off of you in a cup.
So that's why.
But here's the thing, too, that made me upset about this. I don't care how liberal you are, how free you are, how okay you are with
Hygienics.
It's the health concerns I'm with. Now, I pray, maybe, I don't know, somebody come home and they sick. Somebody may have toe fungus and they may have, and that's in their mouth now. Some kids got to get sick and go, oh, I guess we did go too far. Oh,
and the parents, for your kid to do that, that means your kid know you're not gonna pop them in the head when they get home. I wish my kid would come home and say they was sucking somebody's toes
for a fundraiser at school. Oh, I don't even know.
Oh, you like sucking toes, huh? Oh, you a toe sucker. That's what you are. I'll find a wonderful thing for you.
That's so nasty.
Since you like sucking toes so much, I'm going to get some pig feet. You can suck their toes.
We did crazy stuff in high school.
What about that? Do pig feet. Those are nasty. That's something you can say, or if you do this money, I got to take one of them
hog intestines.
Or chicken foot.
Yeah, something that's kind of, what was that one show where they would touch something and they didn't know what it was?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, what is that?
Put your hand in the box.
And it'd be pasta. But if they thinking it's some worms or something.
Sucking somebody's toe.
I'm sorry for the replies that you're reading are okay with that.
Emerald says foot and mouth disease.
Yes. I don't even know, y'all. I just don't know.
All right. That's it. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to get our book, 100 Family-Friendly Jokes. The link is in the description, and the book is on Amazon. All right, well, close us out.
Mm-hmm. Father God, we thank you, oh God, for the start of a new week. We give you glory and honor for another opportunity, oh God, to share and give our opinions. And people may agree, they may not, but we're just, here to hopefully shed light on things, what's going on in the world, make people aware of stuff, even things they may have to go back and pray on, because there's a lot of crazy in this world, Father, and it's maybe even down the street from us. I pray for every person that's in our chat, every family that's represented, oh God, that you just cover each and every one of them, even prayers that may be unspoken. We just know that you know all things, oh God, and what's going on in everyone's lives. We pray for the situations in the people's lives that we talked about, even though we may have made a little funny here and there, but in all seriousness, oh God, you died for all of this whole world, Lord, and we pray for the relationships that these people are having that are not good, oh God. We pray that they find you, that they receive you, and the voids that are in their lives, oh God, that you fill it, oh God. We pray a spirit of adoption over the young lady. We don't even know her name. I guess we could know her name, but the one that was on the Tamron Hall show. Oh, yeah. We pray for her situation, oh God. And I know she's walking delicately now because she's an open book. She's living in a glass house now, Father. And I just pray that she get strength and get healing, oh God, from that relationship, that even she'll be a mouthpiece for other women who are going through or have gone through what she's gone through, oh God, and bring clarity to those situations in people's lives that it could happen. We pray that your will be done, oh God, even in the situation with P. Diddy. You know all things. And my sister even mentioned, we've both mentioned, what's done in the dark will come to light. So we pray that all that has been happening, truth will come and will be revealed, oh God. But we just pray that people will learn from those mistakes that some of these entertainers are making. We continue to pray over LeBron James and Caitlyn, oh God, that they continue to break records. And we just thank you for the sportsmanship that they both have shown, even in their area of their careers, oh God. Who else did we talk about? In this situation with the school, Father, we are in a world, in a country right now where my sister is saying that people are not caring. They're doing crazy things. They don't care anymore. They're not using common sense. We pray, oh God, you died for this world. And we're just praying for the common sense of people. I know the enemy is really moving and acting really crazy, and people are just listening to him. But we pray, oh God, a spirit of adoption over that school and the families that are represented there in the Oklahoma area, oh God, that please don't let this be something that's going to continue on in our schools, districts, oh God. But people would take it serious, their education seriously, oh God. And I would just give you the glory and honor for another day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's not showing.
Because he pulled it down, I guess.
Okay.
Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later. TikTok was gone.
What happened?
Oh, okay. He had to hit a button, I guess. All right, y'all. See you later.